Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Drew and I want you to talk with me. And today, I know everything may look like there's no sunshine between the clouds. Everything may seem dark right now with all that's going on, especially with this coronavirus. And right now, the United States has over 200,000 cases. In New York, I don't even know what the number is right now. I honestly did not check today. I just didn't want to see it. It's kind of depressing with everything that's going on. My girl is constantly just obsessed with it because she's fully affected because, as I said before, she has underlying issues, and so she is like obsessed. She's on her phone. She's on watching ABC News. ABC News Channel or News Network, whatever it's called. She's constantly just on this thing, wanting to know what's going to happen. What's going to happen? There's videos coming from Ecuador. My girl is Ecuadorian, and there's videos of bodies laying in the street. There's a video of a body inside of somebody in a truck, and the police pulled the truck over, took the body out and left it on the just right there on the street, on the side of the street. There's videos of an entire family just sitting outside as someone in their family who is now deceased and laying inside of a body bag just in the house still. And this is things that's going on in other countries. I'm hearing here in the United States, people are now having to do remote funerals. I've never heard of such things, but you have to actually have a funeral over over video chat now, and that's how things are. That's what the world is at this point. Now, we have a long way to go. Even when this entire thing is over, whenever it's over, things is not going to go right back to the way it was before. We have millions of people unemployed and may never ever find a job. I may never find a job in the foreseeable future right now. I personally don't know anyone except for myself who don't have a job. But for my situation, it's kind of different. I was already unemployed for 2 years, almost 2 years, and which was a choice between myself and my woman, and that was something that was decided between the two of us. And so when my daughter started her early learning, which was supposed to happen in July, which doesn't seem likely at this point. I was supposed to be returning to the workforce, so I had already started looking for work, and this whole thing just happened. I had important business to do, which is now postponed until the future. I don't know. It was supposed to be April 1st. April 1st is gone. And everybody know April Fools has come and gone. My girl this morning was saying that she actually was hoping that this whole thing was just a one big April Fool's joke. Honestly, I was kind of the same way. I was like, maybe the government is just playing one big whole April Fool jokes and April Fool joke, and on April Fool's gonna be like, got you. But this is not a joke. To everyone out there who has their own theory of what's going on, whether it's them trying to bring the population down, whether it's them trying to take more control over the people here in the United States, whether it's something to get back at China, whatever the case may be, all the conspiracy theories are out there. Whatever the case may be, it doesn't change the fact that people are dying. Many more are expected to die. I'm hearing today of, I believe, a 7-month-old that died. I could be wrong. I didn't really hear it that well. I was passing by, about to take the dog for a walk, when I heard him say a 7-month-old died, something like that. So it's pretty rough right now. And like I said, I know it's hard for us to stay inside for how many weeks, maybe months. We may be inside for months. Some restaurants out here, I don't know if they don't know what's going on. Maybe I get it wrong, but they're saying they have to close by 8 o'clock because of a curfew. And I'm like, what curfew are you talking about? I go outside and walk the dog all hours at night. All hours of the night, there's people walking around all hours of the night. I'm like, I don't understand, why are you closing at 8 o'clock? The supermarket used to close at 9. Now it closes at 6 o'clock. But the other one, which closes at 8 o'clock, still closes at 8 o'clock. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Why is it some restaurants are saying that there's a curfew and they have to close, and then other restaurants are open till 4 a.m. in the morning? I'm not really sure what's going on there. Maybe somebody misinterpret something or didn't understand something fully. But I don't know why supermarkets that's usually open till 9 is closing at 6 o'clock. Are people rushing out to close their gates by 8 o'clock? But I'm like, I don't understand how, if there's a curfew, why is an essential place like a supermarket or a restaurant, which is essential, is closing early, but then the bodega is open till 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. There's a 24-hour one that never closes and it still doesn't close. So I don't understand where people get this curfew from. The pizza shop right here, literally around the corner, like a block. Just walk to the end of the block and it's right there. And there's a pizza shop a block and a half away, another one. This one is closing at 8 o'clock, rushing to close at 8 o'clock, but the other one is open till midnight. Sometimes 11 o'clock, depending on how busy and how much orders they're getting right now. So I don't know, maybe where this curfew is from. I spoke to a gentleman today, told me that he was running last night. He was running Tuesday night, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday morning, jogging, getting his exercise, and he said the cops pulled him over, stopped him, and told him that there's a curfew and he's supposed to be inside. And I've never heard of that. I'm like, I walk my dog at 1 o'clock in the morning and sometimes, and police just drive right past me. So I'm confused why they're telling you, a man that's exercising by himself with nobody else, just jogging, that you cannot be outside, that there's a curfew, when I'm hearing people arguing, fighting outside all hours of the night, and downstairs I'm hearing them cussing and all that stuff. People when I drunk on my stoop at 2 or 3 in the morning. There's people on my stoop drunk as hell. So I don't understand where this curfew thing come from. Where this curfew come from. There's a lot really going on right now. I myself don't know if I'm going to be able to find a job at this point with everything that's going on. I know a lot of you at home is feeling the same way. A lot of you who is not homebodies, you're used to going out, you're used to playing sports, you're even used to watching sports. There's no sports on. Everything is shut down. Every sport, even golf. Golf is a contactless sport, and even golf is shut down. Tennis to me is contactless because you're on your opposite sides of the net, just hitting the ball. So if that is even shut down, I don't know. Wrestling is the only thing that's on right now, and the only live one you're getting it is AEW, and that's the only one I'm watching. So for a lot of people, it's not easy for them to stay inside. I have relatives who said months, hell no. But now and I know before there's people who are not following this social distancing, keeping distance from at least 6 feet. Now, before I said I don't know which side I stand. I stand in the middle, and I agree with what the people who are quarantined are saying, and the people who are scared and don't want to get this thing, and what the mayor and what the governor are saying. And I kind of stand in the middle, and I'm still in between, but I'm leaning more to what this quarantine represents. And I know a lot of you, because there's a lot of people outside of my block that weren't abiding by this social distancing. People were not doing it. The drug dealers was all together selling the drugs at the corner. And I guess after Yesterday's news broke that if you follow this quarantine, this stuff, this social distancing, keeping yourself away from others, 6 feet or more, that we are going to lose over 100,000 people, maybe even over 200. But if you don't, we could lose millions. And I think that right there got people a little bit scared because today, for the most part, besides families walking with each other, husband, wife, kids, or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, for the most part, people were not together, except for the teenagers who think that they're invincible. That's it. The adults are now following. I see more people who weren't wearing masks are now wearing masks. I don't, some of them are wearing the N95 ones, which I don't know where they got it from. I couldn't even get it. I tried to order some today, a box of it with 10 on Amazon. It let me add it to cart. It showed me the price. It told me it'll be here next week Monday, which will be next Monday will be what? Because today is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah, so it's we something during the week and the 10th. And it's gonna reach in the 10th. And when I went to do the process to pay, there's a message came from Amazon that no, you won't. These things will not be bought. They're not letting us buy them. That they're going to donate them to hospitals and people and to the ERs and stuff that needs them, which is understandable. But I don't know why they allow me to add it to cart if that was the issue. So and like I said, there's a lot of people who are not abiding still. I heard of people partying in Brooklyn. You obviously heard about the synagogue that the mayor is threatening to shut them down for good, permanently, if they don't shut down themselves. And they're not happy about it. I understand some people want some kind of stability right now, whether it's their faith. Some people want to go to the gym and can't, so they decide they're gonna just have their friends over and play ball in the backyard, where the police can't just come in your house or go to your backyard and stop you from playing whatever you're playing with your friends. Also, a lot of the people don't understand, because I mentioned this before, that a lot of families, especially poor families, all of them would bunch up in one house. You will have 10 people, 20 people in a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. Just last week, I believe it was, they said EMT went to and found families who have coronavirus, and there's like so many of them in one apartment. So many of them, and that's what I mentioned this before. This was bound to happen, that because the governor said he didn't think that the quarantine was, so good of a move, because you're forcing young people who live with old people to stay with each other, and that was what might happen. And I'm like, yes, because there's families who live together and bunched up because they don't make a lot of money. They especially if a lot of them are illegals, or they just here for the break and they don't have anywhere else to go. Especially when the rent is so high, sometimes that's what happens. People all gather, and 10 of them, and live in the same in a 1-2 bedroom apartment, and that's how it goes. So I understand what's going on, and there's a lot to this. There's no easy solution to this. Who knows if this quarantine thing will even work? Who knows, come fall again, this thing is going to come back. And if they don't have a viable vaccine by then, we start all over again until they have a viable vaccine. Now, I've yet to hear anyone address what's coming up from China, what I read in the daily news about China, saying reports coming from China that people who got coronavirus got it a second time within a month. So it wasn't like no big blown up study. I believe it was The first one they said they did, the one that they focused on in the article was one that was done with 145 people, and 3% of them tested positive a second time. And within those, and then there was another facility they said that did a study, did a start after this one did got their 3%. The other one somewhere else in China, they tested people again. They called them back, and I guess I don't know how really. I'm not really going to say I don't know how they work, but people who recovered and went on their merry way, they brought them back and tested them, and they tested. So 10% of them tested positive, but with all the studies they did, they said that the people that they were around didn't have the virus. They tested negative. So they're basically saying that they don't know for sure, but from what they're getting so far, it seems like when you get it the second time, you are not contagious. Maybe I don't know if it's contagious in the sense as if you're close to someone or touch something, the person wouldn't get it. But maybe if you share a cup or something like that, that they might get it there. But they said they haven't done a widespread study. There's something they need to look into and do more of, which I hope they do, because they're thinking of taking plasma from people to make vaccines or whatever, or inject it into somebody who have it in the hopes that that immunity that they build up from getting it will work on another patient. But if what's coming out of China is true, that might not even work itself. And for everyone out there, things may look dark and grim right now, but it will get better. At least that's what you have to have your mindset. Pray, do whatever you have to do, keep yourself busy. They said overall crimes are down, but I think they said looting or robberies went up, which it is something that always happens. It's something that always happens. And like they said before, they reported that young folks are not listening, but in a way it's their fault. You should know that young folks think that they're invincible, and you should have never said that. No country said that. My country of birth, no one came on and said, well, if you're below a certain age, you just get mild symptoms. My country from the first case locked everything down. Now, since this thing started, since they got their first case in March 13th, the woman that brought it over, because it was an imported case, I believe her family, there was four members of her family that got it, and it stood there for a while until I believe 2 days ago or 3 days ago. At this time of recording this, right now is April 2nd, like after 5 in the morning. So I think it was about 3 days ago. I believe it was someone who worked at a hospital in Georgetown, Guyana. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he passed away from complications of the coronavirus, and no one knows how he got it because they said he didn't work directly with patients, so no one is sure how he even got it, because from what they're understanding, the people who worked with the patients and worked with the original case, they don't have anything. So no one knows how this man came into contact with this virus. And like I said many times, and I've heard a lot of doctors say it, especially Dr. I can't remember, Fico, I forgot his name. No one truly knows how this thing is spreading. They're assuming based on the stars that it works this way and that way. But some people are saying that they don't even know how they got it. Some people got it even when they're following the guidelines, when they're following the rules. Some people still got it. Some people still got it wearing gloves and mask. And some people stay at home and don't even know how they got it. They just suddenly got sick. But they said it's not airborne. which I hope is true, but how some people get sick and they don't even know how it happened, it's just crazy to me. And like I said, pray to whoever you have to pray to. I'm not going to tell you who to pray to because everybody have their own religion. So pray to whoever you have to pray to. If you don't believe in God, well, just keep hope alive. That's all I can say. You know, we have to keep strong as a people, and as one people. Don't look at right now race and all that doesn't matter. It never did. So I don't know what's going on. This reports of politic games playing in the South. So it's they're trying to keep minorities from voting in the election using the what's going on right now. So it's a lot of things that's going on in this world right now that doesn't even need to. This is not the time for it. It's never the time for it. But I guess, as I said before, where it is dark, there's light. Where there's light, there's dark. Where there's good, there's evil, and so on and so forth. But that's it for this video. Please like, share, subscribe, leave your comments down below. Don't forget to hit that bell notification icon. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at TalkWithMe36. Peace out and stay strong.